Yeah.
I've been watching hours and hours of Warhammer lore. Just this character said this to that character. This character made this sword. Then 10,000 years passed. Just hours and hours of that. I really like it.
That's what you're into now.
Yeah, yeah. Like every day, probably at least 2 or 3
We can play
hours
Total War Warhammer 3 again sometime.
Oh, see, that's fantasy. That's.
Oh, you're doing 40K.
Yeah, I like the 40K stuff, the Space Marines and all that shit.
I'll get you on Age of Empires eventually. We'll play Rust and Age of Empires. I sent it to you as a gift, so there's no excuse.
You've been watching. Taylor and I have a similar-ish sleep schedule. We're both up pretty early in the morning, and I'll watch him play Age of Empires, and he'll watch me play Tarkov. You're not tempted to come over to Tarkov and manage that ridiculous inventory system and all that horse shit?
No, Tarkov seems too high stakes for that. But like when I've watched you and other people in the Patreon Discord play Rust before, I'm like, all right, this kind of looks fun. I can see myself enjoying this. So I'm happy to play Rust when you're done with Tarkov and get back into it. And I know for a fact, once you play AoE 2, you're going to fall into it just like Age of Mythology, and you'll get good at it, and it will...
I don't know.
If you end up playing regularly, I'll end up getting frustrated because you'll be better than me.
So while I went on ad nauseum, while Tarkov has those high stakes or whatever, nobody's mean to you. Like even when people talk shit and VoIP, they're kind of respectful about it because everybody's 30s and 40s and shit. Like there aren't a lot of children that play the game, or even young people that play the game. But in Age of Empires, they play those like auto
sound effects. Yeah, you can
sound effects.
You
and
can
it's
enter
like,
numbers.
Ha ha! You are the king of losers. You are the king of, what does it say?
Yeah, you can enter sound effects that play globally through your opponent's ears. So if you type 11, it goes like a laugh, like a condescending laugh happens. And if you hit like 80 or something like that, it goes like some goofy voice is like, all hail, king of the losers. And so like your base that you worked so hard on and you're trying to win in a fight, and then he rolls in and he's better than you, and the whole time it's also a flex to show that you're so much better than someone that you've got the extra APM to just type sound effects to them while you're wrecking them. And so I'm just getting like ha 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 and king of the losers. I actually downloaded a Trump taunt pack. It was like an included mod in the game. Like the mods in the game, you just click check mark. And so if I put in like 456 or whatever, you can get Trump to say stuff like, what a disgusting shithole you live in. I can't believe you're even upset I'm destroying it. Like weird stuff like that.
See, that's
that you can play while you're doing it. Is disrespectful, but I don't have the AP. I'm not good enough. I've never sent a taunt in a game, like because I'm so focused on trying to be decent at it and not
say
lose.
It was 11. How hard is it to hit 11?
Dude, you are non-stop doing something in this game. You're managing an economy, you're managing a raid, you're managing getting raided, you're trying to manage your upgrades, you're dealing with your resources.
Like you're prioritizing winning over taunting.
I am. And I'm on a fucking not to brag, but I'm on a hot streak. Yeah, I'm saying I'm being taunted by this guy. This guy yesterday.
What's he gonna type? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
This guy yesterday beat me senseless. Like at no point in the game did I have a chance. It was beyond frustrating, upsetting, just getting owned like that online. I've never experienced. I've always been good about not getting tilted in games because I just don't put that much stock in it. Like I die after a big kill streak in Call of Duty. It's like, oh damn it, that stinks. But in this game, when I've been building my farms so perfectly and I'm right about to hit Castle Age and get my knights on the field and start claiming map control and going on the offensive, and then he sends a bunch of archers shooting my villagers off the wood line or off my gold, I'm tilted. I'm like, heart's beating faster than it does when I work out. And I'm like, all right, let's put these guys over there. We can move them over here. Oh no, they're in on the other side too. Okay. All right. We can manage this. And then there is a point in your head where it's like being on the Titanic where you're like, there's no coming back. Like
I get more afraid in a Tarkov gunfight sometimes than I do when I was being sentenced in federal court. My fucking hands will go numb from the adrenaline rush. Like I'll have so much adrenaline going that my hands go tingly and the fingers and shake. And I have to literally shake my hands out and like clap them together and then put them back on the mouse and keyboard. Like I have to. I get so fucking stressed out by that shit. So if somebody was taunting me about something I care so fucking much about for some goddamn reason, that would ruin my day. See,
you got to get good enough to be on the taunting. Like I'll get good enough that I can taunt. Eventually,
there's just more gentlemen playing Tarkov. That's what it is. Everybody's very
You got to jump on. You'll have so much fun with me. We'll have a blast.
Perhaps
you're good at RTS. You'll pick it up quickly.
I'm good at RTS when I devote my fucking existence to it. I'm not just talented at RTS.
We wrecked people 2v2 in Age of Mythology.
Do you remember the spreadsheets and the fucking note taking?
I do. It was fun, dude. Play. I don't remember. I think who did you play? We always played the same two. I played Loki so I could temple rush him, and then you built behind.
So probably the Egyptians or something like that. I probably had some like walking Carafact with like laser eyes or something crazy that I would bring out on them.
Yeah, you'd have so much fun, dude. It's such a fun game.
I'm having fun in Tarkov. I'm playing so much Tarkov that I'm getting kind of good at it. I'm fucking clicking people in the head. It's nice. Some guy was like
Tarkov though.
Some guy was like strafe jumping today and just clicked him in the fucking head with one tap with a. Oh, it felt so good. It feels so good, Taylor. I take all their goods. I take their juice. I drink their juice. I take all their odds and ends and doodads. I take
when I get a win, I see my little ELO number go up, and then when I get a loss, I see that little ELO.
I try not to look at my.
Did you buy better clothes yet, Kyle? Do you invest in your drip?
So it's actually one of the cheapest clothing items you can buy. It matches the snow though. I went for like purpose. Instead of getting the cool shit, I got the lightest colors that you can buy and wore those. So it's a white jacket and light blue pants. So I blend in better with the snowy environment that Tarkov has right now.
You need to fucking go in there balls swinging with the Pilgrim and some black and white.
They took the recoil down to Call of Duty levels and nobody moves. And I mean, I know it's always been like that, but I mean, nobody fucking moves. It's that you can buy an M4 in that game, like ready to go for 150,000 rubles, like ready, made, built, like a trade. And it's as good as the best meta M4s used to be. It's like no recoil with a scope, like just drilling holes in people's heads. They may have been too aggressive with the recoil. It's very easy to burn people down in that game right now.
Do you game at all, Scott?
Yeah, he said he's been playing a lot of Fallout. He said lately,
I
and
must
streaming
for that.
Maybe streaming and making videos and shit.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask about what game you were talking about. Was it Age of Empires?
Age of Empires 2. Yeah,
nice. Is that on Steam?
It's on Steam. Yeah, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. It's a game for kings. It's the best game of all time. It's the most complicated game of all time. It's so fucking difficult.
Game of all time.
It's okay. What's more complicated?
I mean,
what requires more APM? I suck at it. I'm not saying I'm a good gamer.
What's that space game? EVE Online, where they've got those giant economies and they have battles with like hundreds of thousands of real dollars being burnt up in space.
Yeah, that's not a game. That's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Online.
I think Anthony Cumia got addicted to EVE Online back in the day or something like that. But
Dick Masterson used to play and make money.
Dick did too. No, AOE, it's so complicated. There's so much to remember. There's so much to do. Like, it's shocking. Like, I remember playing as a kid and being like, oh, I'm not going to go kill that boar. I know he'll attack my villager. And so, like, just playing it, like, calmly as a child, like, I'll just make some nice, pretty farms and do this. And now as an adult, you, like, watch YouTube videos, and it's so fucking sweaty. It's sweaty. It's like, you need to go up at 18 pop in order to hit the scout rush because your opponent's going to be running this build order. And if you go up too slow, you're going to be fucked. Like, and every little thing, there's opportunities for error. Oh, I lured the boar too slow. Oh, I hit the wrong, I pop capped myself. I didn't get people to wood fast enough. Oh, I started going up to feudal age and I didn't move 4 people from sheep to wood so that I can hit the scout rush with the stable as soon as I hit. It's so complicated, but it's so fun. And I'm bad at it. I suck. That's
the best. Honestly, that's the best. Like, the most fun you're going to have at a game it's when you love the game and you love playing the game, but you're bad at it. You're still bad at it.
I'm in the zone, baby.
You haven't gotten those noob gains yet from that first little carouse around YouTube.
Oh,
trying
I
to figure out
have
how
the
to,
noob gains. Like if I play with someone who's only played in like private matches with their friends, I'll probably whoop up on them. But
course.
online, those people, dude, I see those fucking Chinese characters come up in my opponent list, and I'm like, all right, fingers cracked, coffee down, like time to play. I'm like nervous when the
It's
game is
losing time, baby.
It's losing time. It's time to get absolutely destroyed by this guy.
I don't think there's ever been a gaming community ever that's more connected and integrated with its streaming and video making community than Tarkov. Tarkov is strewn with streamer items. Each of the streamers gets his own item in the game. And I mean little streamers. Everybody seemingly gets
Oh, that's
one.
cool.
And so like if I'm in a Tarkov game and I just randomly come upon a player that's willing to chat, I'd be like, hey, do you know Pastilli? Oh yeah, of course I know Pastilli. You know Landmark? Yeah, I watch Landmark all the time. Like 100% of the time. You're not going to run into somebody in that game who doesn't watch the video.
Does it not have a huge player base? I imagined it had a really
They don't release numbers.
Okay.
But you can judge mostly by like Twitch numbers when they do drops, which is when viewers of Twitch get rewarded with in-game items for the amount of hours they view. You tie all your accounts together.
That's great.
There'll be a couple 100,000 people watching live continuously on one channel. So it's a fairly big community. I don't know how it compares to other big games.
You said you played Fallout, or were thinking about streaming it. Is it just Fallout you're into, or are you into like the Skyrim side of those games as well?
No, I'm into Elder Scrolls too. I stream Fallout New Vegas right now on Sundays, but I'm also playing through Fallout 2. I want to play Morrow. What's that?
Sorry, I was going to ask, is this your first New Vegas playthrough?
Oh, no. Fucking at least my like 15th.
I'm on a similar. That's my favorite Fallout game by far.
Oh yeah,
I really like it's so dark. There's child fucking trafficking and cannibals and pedophilia and all sorts of nasty shit in that game. It's a good game.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of options that you can go to. That's the thing about Fallout 4. I'm actually double pissed off about Fallout 4 because like that's the game Boston gets is Fallout 4. Fucking yeah. You're kind of railroaded the whole game, but New Vegas, you feel like you actually do have a bit of a choice, even if a lot of the end points are kind of similar.
Yeah, there's multiple avenues to take at the end of New Vegas and feel like you did the right thing or the just thing or even the thing that you would do or your character would do. But at the end of 4, it's like, I don't know. Y'all guys seem like kind of evil and shit, right?
Yeah.
Y'all the bad guys, huh?
I joined the Brotherhood. I joined that's the only Fallout I ever played, and I joined the Brotherhood because that was the only team that has fucking mechs.
Well, power armor. Yeah. Well, they're kind of like might is right, authoritarian, military and fascist.
And on my playthrough, they ended up being correct.
Yes.
And if I play it again, I'm going Brotherhood. I'm gonna hang out with those underground losers until I can complete that quest that makes my gun better. And then
the railroad.
I'm cleaning house at the railroad.
Frankly, that's what I do too. I stay with the railroad until I get, I don't know what it is, some end game kind of item, and then I'm like, y'all gotta go.
Yeah, you guys are lame as shit. Do you know who you're up against? You know they have a fucking Zeppelin with mech suits up there, and you guys are in a leaky basement.
The Institute's got a goddamn teleporter like Star Trek, dude. They got Commander Data's running around zapping people, but they're super evil.
Yeah, the Institute. They seemed like the most evil in the
by far, and
it wasn't even.
I do like the twist. That was an interesting twist in that game, but once you know it and then you like replay it, it kind of takes. There's no. I don't know. It takes something away from it, knowing the end and knowing how it's. I don't know. I love New Vegas. I haven't played it in a while, but the main reason for that, each time I try to play it, I'm like, I'm gonna mod it just the way I want. Okay, and then I'll spend days modding it, and I'll
not play.
But I'm not real. When I mod games, it's not. I don't often have a really good understanding of everything I'm doing while I'm doing it. The tutorial I might watch might just say move this here, slide that there, without giving you that broader depth of understanding. So I'll accidentally move a folder somewhere it's not supposed to go, or a file to a folder that it's not supposed to go into, and the whole thing breaks. And it's like a needle in a haystack, except you don't know what needles look like.
Yeah. Time to uninstall and reinstall the vanilla game.
Not even that will fix it sometimes, because I've done things to other files outside of the game. I've done things to my PC. So I will factory restore after a failed mod attempt of New Vegas and get so mad. I get so mad that I'm just like, I'm gonna go play a fucking game that I don't have to spend days and watch. Like I'll have so many tabs open. The easiest way to mod I'll fuck it up somehow, because I want so many script extenders and stuff installed too. I don't want to do it the easy way. I want my chick to have big titties. I want them to have like physics. I want to be able to add He-Man's fucking sword. I want to do a lot of shit, and because I want like the perfect experience. Mm-hmm. But I'll usually fizzle out after 2 days of trying to do that and not get it done. New Vegas was harder to mod than 4, big time.
Yeah, I tried to mod New Vegas just to like make it run smoother and stuff like that, and it didn't quite work. I really don't know how people are able to mod like that. It's like a learning curve to it.
New Vegas run more smoothly? Isn't that game like 15 years old?
Yeah.
I mean, I was told you mod it and it doesn't crash as much and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it was a rushed, problematic game. But they did a really good job. The script, the story's great, but it has some bugs.
I was stuck on the 15-year-old game not running smoothly. Like at this point, Skyrim runs on a home pregnancy test. If New Vegas can't run on your PC, what the fuck? I mean, you run it at 4K or whatever. Still, like it looks amazing. Like when you're running all the mods and texture packs and everything. All those games do. If you're modding the game, like
I'll play New Vegas then. I need to download the mods and texture packs and all that. And is it not? Okay, how many clicks is it?
What we're talking about right now is that we can't do it. Like Scott and I have failed at it.
Yeah,
I did it once.
The fact that they're setting their
but sometimes you're just built different.
Okay, touche, yeah.
I got it to work like 5 years ago and had a great time.
Dude, the way I like mods in my game is the way like AoE 2 does it, where you go to the fucking mods tab and you just click check mark next to all the ones you like, and then you go back to main menu and they're all there.
Yeah,
it's like, this is great.
There's a bunch of different kinds of mods. There are some mods that do exactly that. You go on to the Nexus Mod Manager and you're like, oh, this one gives me a green hat. Click,
I got a mod that replaced the AoE 2 soundtrack with the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
Oh, that's good.
And it usually the beginning of the game, it starts me off in the Shire. Everything's fine. It's going calm. It's good. And then sometimes when shit gets real later in the game, like Helm's Deep music is playing, and that's like a perfect little thing, because Lord of the Rings soundtrack, some of the best music ever. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's not John Williams, but whoever did it did a good job.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really good. It's I lost my train of thought. What game were we talking about just before that?
Fallout.
New Vegas,
Fallout, AoE 2, Fallout 4, Skyrim. It's gone now.
It's gone now. It's not coming
That's what
back.
happens. That's the power of THTA.
I was going to say Grand Theft Auto.
I
was going to say I think I'm going to play Grand Theft Auto a good bit when it comes out. I'm excited for that. That looks like that looks like the most technologically advanced game there's ever been, right?
The only
I kind of like that they spend so much money on it. It's like it's like a huge studio spent hundreds of millions of dollars, thousands of people collaborating to make a thing that I can buy for $60.
That's why I saw Avatar 2. I was I'm not super into the Avatar universe or anything, but it's like a big thing somebody worked on. It's why I watch the fucking World Cup soccer now and then. It's like I'm not even that into soccer, but obviously I'm calling it soccer.
Yeah.
But this is a thing that the whole world's caring about right now. Let's look.
Yeah, I just liked it. Something about how much money and how much time and effort went into it. I'll definitely play the story.